Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is the Captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. Today, we're going to talk about Hasbro actually walking back the use of AI in their toy lines and Magic and D&D art. So, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. Hit the links down below in the description to help support the channel. Quick subscribe and some likes is all it takes to support the channel for free, and I do appreciate it. So, without further ado, this is from 2023. An actual thing from a Hasbro. You can see the little, where my cursor go? See the little thing down here, Hasbro. It's 2023. So it says, our perspective on generative AI. Hasbro's rich legacy of games and toys was built through the collaborative efforts and diverse community of creators and storytellers, and we maintain persistent focus on empowering these teams to craft exceptional experiences for fans. The use of generative AI tools is rapidly evolving. We will responsibly examine emerging technologies, knowing that such responsibility is possible only when paired with an unwavering respect for the rights of creators. As such, we will continue to commission, employ, and celebrate artists and content creators. And we will empower each of our teams to determine if generative AI tools are right for their business, fans, and community. So, this was their first response to a massive blowback that they got in 2023 over the use of AI in Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, and several other things. And their main outreach was basically, not going to use AI. We're just going to do this. We're just going to do that. We'll employ creators. It's not going to be that bad. Well, news now has come out where Cox has actually came out, Chris Cox, the CEO, with a whole different perspective. And if you don't think that's true, let's check that out over here, where it says Hasbro CEO is optimistic about AI in D&D and Magic the Gathering's future. It says here the future Dungeons & Dragons and Magic the Gathering content could come from artificial intelligence if the bets of Hasbro's CEO are right. And this is from 5 days ago. So by Molly Russell. It says Dungeons & Dragons, Magic the Gathering. So a recent interview with Chris Cox revealed that Hasbro's CEO has high hopes for artificial intelligence and content creation. According to a March 1st interview by VentureBeat, Cox foresees a future where AI can generate content and game scenarios for Hasbro's major IPs, including Magic the Gathering and Dungeons & Dragons. So basically, taking content creators out and artists out and just AI generating everything because, well, they don't got to pay anybody for that, so it's got to be cheaper, right? And I think this is where it's going to bite them in the ass. Plain and simple, if a game is completely AI generated, I don't think people are going to care. They've already lost a lot of fans in Dungeons & Dragons to the point where they only buy some of the core rules and then do their own thing because they really stepped away from this. The content and the creators cost too much for us to make a good enough profit. You know, because a couple $1 million off a product is clearly not enough for these greedy bastards. Anyway, it also says here, Cox cites a few experiments Hasbro has already conducted with AI in an interview. These include a virtual Ouija board. Yep, those are Hasbro's property. And a free online version of Trivial Pursuit with AI-generated questions. The last one apparently boosted the original trivia board game sales by 30%. Now that I'm okay with. Those are good uses and are fine. Now, Cox radiates excitement, but it seems the tabletop gaming community is much more skeptical of artificial intelligence. Hasbro's subsidiary Wizards of the Coast has already apologized twice for using AI art and content, once in Dungeons & Dragons books and once in Magic the Gathering ad, after promising to limit the use. We talked about that. So, several smaller tabletop RPG publishers banned AI content from their products, claiming they wished to protect the livelihoods of human creators. Additionally, the RPG community has prohibited its use of Dungeon Masters Guild, one of the largest online D&D marketplaces. Many fans have become hypervigilant in their search for AI to the point that false accusations prompted Wizards to deny its use in the upcoming D&D Player's Handbook. Now, despite concerns from the community, those in charge seem more open to AI Head MTG designer Mark Rosewater previously said he believed the technology would one day be used to design as a design tool in the traditional card game. For example, this seems to echo Cox's dreams of AI content. So it's going to be a very bad idea. If they start generating all their stuff on the card game with AI, then honestly, for me, it's just another card game that I could get anywhere. I mean, if you look at Y Sports, it's because it comes from the anime style art. Flesh and Blood has actual artists drawing their cards. If they're not careful, they may get shifted to a spot where Flesh and Blood may become the hyper playable card game, and Magic may become what Flesh and Blood is now. So, ouch. Hasbro's CEO is conscious of the company's responsibilities, though. In a VentureBeat interview, he repeats the word respect several times. I'm sure he's looked it up in a dictionary. These experiments apparently must respect creators and their own work, as well as consumers of their content, young and old. Yeah, because you better be careful, because you will get Bud Lighted if you're not careful. The company's experiments with AI seem to be very early research and development stages, but Cox says we will see more ideas from Hasbro about how to incorporate AI into its digital and physical games in the future. With trust in Wizards of the Coast at a major low after the OGL controversy and Hasbro layoffs last year, we're wondering how D&D and Magic the Gathering communities will receive this news. So it talks here where you can go take a closer look at what he said. But I know one of the things that he did bring up in this was, especially for D&D, I remember exactly how he put it, but apparently he has, or the company has, tons of content unpublished for D&D along with other things, and they want to feed that into the AI system per se to help, we'll say, educate the AI and have the AI come up with and make content out of all the stuff that they have on file digitally or what have you. And that's okay to a point, but my problem with this is it's just not going to go well, because AI doesn't understand what people want story-wise. Now, game rules, maybe it can make game rules, but the last time I checked, AI wasn't making games that people were buying, mainly used for art. And in Magic the Gathering, lots of feedback and lots of blowback from that. People catch them guys using AI art all the time. Recently, they caught one artist. I forget what his name is. And even if I knew it, I probably would leave it off so to not draw attention to him. But in the profile of the artist, it says that he uses AI art. And then he submitted AI art to Wizards, and then they were shocked that they had AI art. And one thing leading to another. At the end of the day, if you want to use AI art, it's fine. The picture for my thumbnail on my channel is AI art. But then again, that's just one picture. I'm not saying, hey, I'll make a picture for you of XYZ and you pay me, and then I go to an AI art site and click the AI art parameters I want, click make, and then I sell it to you by using AI instead of actually doing the work and drawing it myself. And I think that's where the problem's going to lie in, is people are going to start using AI and try to get it passed off as their work because they don't want to do the work themselves, as everybody tries to figure out some way to make more money and make money faster. It's going to become an increasing issue of people trying to shortcut the system because they don't want to take the time to do something. And also, in a competitive world where, artists are normally paid quite well for their time because it takes a long time to draw these things, and artists can come out for half the price by using AI, and people are like, oh, that's cheaper, let's use that in our game, which I get that, but at the same time, let's be honest, there's certain ways to cut costs and certain ways to just not cut costs. So, for me, all said and done, they could use AI art in anything that they wanted, as long as the cards themselves are never AI art generated art. The box could be generated AI. the packaging, the anything except for the physical cards being used, then I'd be okay with that. Now, the problem with that is they're probably going to want to do the cards as well because it's just cheaper than trying to pay somebody. And sad story of the world, that's just where we are. So, all that said, guys, tell me what you think down below about AI art. Do you care about it? Do you like it? Would you still play Magic if they went heavy into it, or D&D? So, at the end of the day, guys, till next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you across from the game table.